literally sitting in the middle of dirt right now, which is such a non-daysha characteristic, but I don't know, I just feel like I'm in the mood to chat kind of this morning. Last time I checked, I was in a really bad mental space, right? I was really trying to feel positive. You know, I really planned out this trip and I was super excited for it, and I started going into kind of a spiral of course the sun is like really coming through and I can like barely see, but I was just having a really hard time and very strong feelings of regret and starting to go through my life and feel like, what is it that I wish that I did differently? Did I make the right decision? Did I do the right thing? It's interesting how we kind of have to go through the bad to get to the good, right? I always find that to be the most interesting thing in the world. It's like I want to live the rest of my life going through no more bad stuff, not feeling bad about anything, not feeling shitty about anything. Like that's what I would love to do, but it's just like that's not realistic. Things I learned from my meditation class that I took was opposites are complementary, right? There is no light without dark, there's no cold without warm. It's like we wouldn't even understand what the other one is like without experiencing the other thing. So, you know, we have to go through the bad to get to the good. We have to go through the negative to get to the positive. So I'm not sad about that journey. I'm sad. Honestly, I don't really feel sad because again, everything happens for a reason and it's all necessary. And I'm just thankful to have gone through it and to be, at least right now, somewhat getting through it. That to me is the best thing that I've gotten so far. So how am I feeling right now? I feel good. I feel content. I'm honestly feeling joyful. I'm at this point where, again, I'm thankful for the journey that I'm on. Everything I'm doing is putting me on this journey. Everything is happening for a reason. And it can be very difficult to almost remind yourself of that. It's easy to say, oh, this is what you do. Oh yeah, like that's what happened. But sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Sometimes when bad shit happens, it's like, why did this have to happen? What is it that I'm gonna learn from it? What is it that I'm gonna get from it? You know, obviously starting therapy and unfortunately having to end therapy almost affected me right now in a positive way because I knew that at this point I can only be dependent on myself, right? I think sometimes when you do therapy, it's amazing. I'm not saying to never do it, like definitely do it. It's definitely worth it. And I guarantee if I wasn't in a situation where it felt like financially too much with me doing this trip, I would definitely continue it. But I think the thing is like we all still become almost dependent on our therapist, right? If I would have problems throughout the week, I can't wait to talk to her about this on Thursday, or I can't wait to kind of bring this up and, you know, have her help me through it. And I feel like in a weird way, ending therapy, I'm forced to deal with that myself. I'm forced to face those problems myself. If anything, the past few weeks, it's kind of made me stronger, which I'm very thankful for. On the topic of everything happens for a reason. So I have this book, right? Kevin Hart wrote this book. I love Kevin Hart. He's hilarious. Kevin Hart wrote this book. And what's so funny is that sophomore year of high school, I had this book. I decided I'm going to pick up this Kevin Hart book because I like Kevin Hart. Why not? In all the years I had it, I never actually read it. Never even opened up a single page. I find it so interesting that now at this exact point in my life, at this exact point where I don't have therapy anymore, I'm concerned about things financially because I just have this whole bunch of money just taken out of my account. Well, I took out of my account to obviously do this trip. What are the odds that I picked it up right now and these lessons that I'm reading? I'm only like 60 pages in and these lessons that I'm reading are so necessary at this point in my life. And I feel like in a weird way, not only did his lessons help me, but the weirdness of feeling like the universe placed this book in my hand for me to pick up at the exact moment that I needed it. Maybe 3 years ago when I read it, I didn't need it. Maybe 3 years ago, it wouldn't have hit me the same. That almost reminded me again of like, it all is gonna work out. You're exactly where you need to be. Everything is happening for a reason. I'm probably gonna say that like 20 million times. I mean, goddamn, I have it tatted on my hip. And so that's the place I'm at. And the biggest thing that I read that has stuck with me so far in his book is, at the end of the day, you are in control of how you narrate your story. And how you choose to narrate it is gonna affect how you choose to go about your life and the choices that you make. We can't control whether something good happens to us, whether something bad. I mean, obviously you're a part of it somehow, but I mean, at the end of the day, you don't know how your life is gonna go. You can work your ass off and not get what you want for 5-10 years and feel like I'm so behind. And the example that he used is like, if you got struck by lightning, you can either narrate your story of the bad luck that you got struck and being upset and angry at the world that you got struck by this lightning, or you can choose to look at it and be thankful and happy that you survived. Probably would have got struck by lightning and been fucking pissed that I got struck by lightning and been like, everything's going wrong, look how everything's fucked up. I would have looked at it in such a negative way. At the end of the day, we can choose to accept the cards that we are dealt in life. Like, sorry I wasn't born to a millionaire and billionaire. Sorry I don't have like $10 million in my bank account, or I didn't win the lottery. That's not my life. That's not a part of my story right now. And I think it could be hard to accept that, because what happens is we look at everyone else and we're like, well, they had that and they had this. It's like, yeah, they did. And there's probably stuff that you have that other people wish that they had, that you even take for granted. Simple things of, oh shit, a bird just like scared the shit out of me. Oh, it's so cute. A simple thing of like being fed, having a roof over your head, like even just basic necessities or different experiences. Like I was fortunate enough to have volleyball and to have people in my life who really exposed me to going out to eat, having nice things. Like all of those little things are stuff that other people probably look at. And also point of it is understanding that at the end of the day, even if you want other things that people have, and even if it makes their life easier, everybody has problems. No one can escape from problems. And if the richest people in the world committing suicide does not tell you that right then and there, that should be it. Everyone has problems. And if you live in comparison, is the biggest thief of joy, right? I'm sure you've heard that quote, or if you didn't, you're welcome. But if we live our life comparing ourselves to what people have, what people don't have, what their current position is, at the end of the day, that's their story. We were not in control of what we were given and what we aren't, but we are in control a little bit of what we're able to receive for the rest of our lives. We're in control of our destination. We're in control of our choices. We're in control of making changes. Are we in control of the other stuff that's gonna happen? We're not in control that if we sit there and we put in all the work that someone else is gonna accept this. We're not in control of that, but you're in control of at least knowing that I put in the effort. I did my part. You are in control of that. And so I'm just at this point now, thankfully. I think the thing is I was someone who I was creating this new thought process for myself and thinking that, again, everything happens for a reason. I'm exactly where I need to be. As long as I am positive and present and manifesting things that I want and working hard for those things, they will come to me. Sometimes we forget that we also manifest the bad that comes into our life. We can manifest other choices that we made. You know, and I think about the success of like my photography business and all those moments. Every single one of those moments I manifested. I was like, I'm gonna make this much, I'm gonna have this many grads. I was positive, I was present, and I just kept showing up every day. I wasn't falling into negativity, I wasn't falling into a spiral. And what did I do the last 2 months? I did the complete opposite. But the thing is, like, you can't force those things. It's easy to sit here and be like, well, don't be angry, just be present. You can't be upset, don't be negative. It's like, you can't be frustrated, you can't be annoyed. These are natural human emotions. We cannot control that part, but what we can control is how long we choose to deal with it, how we choose to face it, when we choose to face it, if we even choose to face it. And at the end of the day, that's the best that you can do sometimes, is just showing up, working through those things. It might take, like for me, it took what, like a month and a half? And now I'm finally here again, like, yay! I'm excited about life again. Look at the beauty in the world. I'm positive. Like, it's gonna work out. But it took a month and a half for me to get here. And being able to look at myself and say, that's okay. That is the best thing I can do for myself. I can't sit here and live in guilt and regret because I had to go through that. I had to experience that. I had to feel those things. I had to experience those things. And I'm thankful that I did, because now here I am, and all I can do for myself is to keep that mindset. All I'm trying to do right now is honestly just keep myself above water. I have no interest in sinking. I want to soar, but if I can at least keep myself above water, I will be very proud of myself. And I'm proud of myself right now that I've made it to this point and that I'm in a much healthier place. Now I'm excited about my trip. I'm narrating my stories differently. You know, instead of being upset about me spending the money, I'm thankful that I even had the money in the first place to spend. I'm thankful that I even had this opportunity. I'm thankful that life has worked out in a way where I'm fortunate enough to be able to go on this trip. That I was fortunate enough by Joe's parents to help me save money. Thankful for the journey, for my mom even letting me just to come to New York coincidentally for 2 weeks in the first place. It's like every little thing is a part of my story to where I am right now. to where I am, that I'm willing, I had to work that corporate job so that I can experience, no, I want to live a life of creativity. I want to live a life of doing what I love creatively and just knowing what that feeling is. And I had to go through that to understand maybe this isn't the life that I want. Maybe I don't want to be scrolling through LinkedIn and jealous that someone got a job at Morgan Stanley. Like, I don't care anymore. Congratulations for you. That's not what I want, because this is my existence. This is my life that I'm living, and I'm living for myself. And you have to do the same thing. So I just wanted to share. This little bird is like hopping over here. It's like, yikes. Those are the lessons that I've been learning. Of course, there's another plane. Those are the lessons that I've been learning. Those are the things that I've been taking with myself. And I just wanted to sit down and have that chat. And at the end of the day, you're gonna make it through, and you're gonna make it to the other side and embrace that journey you're in. If you're feeling joyfulness right now, embrace that. If you're feeling fear right now, embrace that. If you're scared shitless, if you're anxious, if you're in between, you don't even know how you feel, embrace that, accept that. That is a part of your journey. You have to feel those things. The worst thing you can do for yourself is not allow yourself to face it, not acknowledge those things. If you're doing those things, that's progress, that's a step. And that was one of the last things that my therapist taught me, was that although I could feel like I'm stuck in this place and I can't get out and I'm so frustrated, she made me become aware of but you're acknowledging it. You're not living, I don't even know if naively is a word, but you're not being naive. You're acknowledging it. You're understanding that you're feeling these things. That's a step, because the next time you go through it, you'll acknowledge it even faster. And sooner you can get yourself out of these feelings quicker. And the reality is we're going to feel these things. We're human. No one's going to go to therapy and be like, oh, I'm going to help you never be angry again. That's not going to fucking happen. You're in control of how you narrate your story. When you look at things, narrate them differently. And it's something Kevin Hart also not said to me, but it felt like he was speaking to me. But he said that in his book, is that, every choice that we make gets us to a point where we are today. All you can do is look back on all of your choices and make more rights instead of lefts. You have to make lefts so you can learn from them. But instead of being angry and regretful, look at them, learn from them so that you can make more rights. And that's just how I'm choosing to live. And of course, right at the end, a helicopter flew over, but you know what? I said what I need to say. I'm not going to be angry at the helicopter. Person's just doing their job, doing their thing. Yeah, I just wanted to come and kind of have that chat and have a little talk this morning. It's a beautiful day. It was a freaking heat wave, and it feels so nice outside. I literally just want to bring out a blanket and just lay out here. But it's 10:42. I need to go back. We'll see where the day takes us, but I just wanted to say that. And, we're in this together. I think one of the things that I love about YouTube is, again, although I'm documenting my life, whether it's one person, two people, three people, I'm impacting somebody's existence. And I'm thankful for you being here. I'm thankful for you watching. I'm thankful for you supporting and kind of being on this life journey with me, because I feel like I could be so free and so open and so raw. And I'd love to talk about anything and everything. And I don't know, I'm just feeling freaking good. I feel like I can scream to the world, because I made it out that dark hole. And if the journey's not over, it's not going to be easy. It's every single day. It's every single moment. For the first time in a long time, I feel fucking hopeful for my journey. I feel hopeful for myself. I feel thankful for myself. And I'm feeling fucking good. And it's a beautiful fucking day. And I'm choosing just to narrate my story differently, see the world differently, embrace it differently. And God fucking damn it, let's do it together. Bye!